Welcome to Pax Europiana here from Frankfurt, main train station and the financial hub of Europe. I'm calling Poland to strike very hard the Russian tank columns with the Polish Air Force and to strike them very hard and support the Ukrainian resistance. You can paint your airplanes with Ukrainian colors, but you cannot wait anymore. You have to strike very hard. And it will not be nuclear war, don't worry. It's the Americans are so afraid. They should put also to DEFCON 3 and mobilize, because the Americans are doing as if this war wouldn't concern them. This is definitely wrong. And the Polish Air Force must strike the tank columns, the Panzers of Putin in front of Kiev, and make sure that the Belarusians are not crossing the border. And additionally, I call the Polish Air Force to strike Lubmin in Germany, because the Germans are continuing to fund the war of Putin with Nord Stream 1. And after the end of Jamal and of Naftogaz also to block now the gas transit, we have to enforce the Germans, because they hear no other language. They must hear the language of violence. They will not start World War III for that one, don't worry, because we are all allies. But Germany has lost the idea, because they are still funding because of the social peace. The Green Minister of Economy says. So Poland has to take the initiative and put the allies into this war by attacking, because that's the idea basically. The Polish will force the hands of the Americans and the Germans by basically striking the Russian, with the Polish Air Force, the Russian tanks. And that will lead to an escalation which is absolutely necessary at the moment, in order that the whole NATO military alliance will defend at least the west of Ukraine until the Dnieper with a no-fly zone. The only way to do it is the Polish to strike very hard against the Russian tanks. The ensuing escalation will lead to the no-fly zone and to the end of the war. It sounds hard, I know. It also sounds very hard to ask the Polish to bomb Lubmin in Germany, but the Germans have anyhow no effective air force. They will not be able to defend it. Once the gas station, which is the end point of Nord Stream 1, is destroyed, Germany cannot physically for several months import Russian gas, and then the war will be won by the Ukrainians, at least along the Dnieper line. And that is a lot of people saved, and that should be the priority. We cannot win probably the whole of Ukraine, and that would be fantastic, but it will be the result in the long term, because by an armistice along the Dnieper, by the NATO and EU membership of Ukraine, like the BRD, like the Western Germany, it will lead to the defeat of Putin later, because all his crimes will gradually be known by the Russian people, the enormous cost, and we will continue to to boycott Russia for months and years to come. And so he will fall over time, and this will be the result of the armistice. But obviously now the time is to strike very hard from the side of the Polish, to strike very hard into the heart of the evil empire in Lubmin in Germany, and in front of Kiev, these tank columns. I know it's pretty risky and hard and brutal, and I will be maybe sued for that, and many of my friends will disobey me, but that's the only way to make peace. It's hard. We could have done it, everything easier, by EU integration of Ukraine. Don't forget me, I'm a peace activist. But deterrence is the only way against the brutal aggressor. We have Merkel. She has not done any deterrence in the last 15 years. She has demilitarized Germany and Europe in the eyes of the enemy, Russia. And she knew the nature of the beast very well, and she still has demilitarized it, and Europe and Germany. And we have now, Poland has the military capacities to strike Lubmin and to strike Putin's Panzer, and it's the task of Poland now. For peace. You have to do it for peace, and it needs an escalation here. It's hard to say. It needs an escalation in order to make peace, but that's the only way we can stop Russia to conquer Ukraine and defeat European Ukraine. And it's the only way to stop the European gas dependencies. Obviously, naphtha gas of Ukraine must stop transit as well, and Poland must stop the Jamal, and Poland must attack Lubmin in Germany and end the facilities in a big decapitation strike. You can warn 2 hours, 1 hour, half an hour before the employees to run out of this facility. but they have anyhow served Russian interests for too long, and they are guilty by association. So striking also with cruise missiles, with Bayraktar drones, we have to strike that facility that connects the hub of the evil empire to Germany, and this Lubmin must be destroyed for peace. Bye.